All right, hey music producers and sound designers, welcome back to the stream. Tonight we're gonna dive into some sound design. So I'm gonna show you how to create a pad sound. Each night here we do a different sound using our sound design skills to create unique productions. So let's dive right in and let's do it. So the first thing we're gonna do, in the next, let's say 10 minutes, we're gonna build a cinematic pad from scratch. This is perfect for film scores or ambient tracks, and we're gonna load in some oscillators. So I've got a starter template here. I'm gonna go ahead and duplicate my oscillator. So we have two oscillators. One, and we're gonna name this one 2. So we have two oscillators to start from, so we can get a thicker sound. We're gonna make one into a saw wave and one into a triangle wave. So let's do that. So one is gonna be a saw, and the other is gonna be a triangle. So it's gonna give us a rich sound. I'm gonna detune the second one slightly so that we get a little bit of movement in our sound, and it'll give us some width as well because the waveforms are moving across each other, creating a wider sound. So I'm gonna do one more thing. I'm gonna add in a scope, and that's gonna help us visualize our waveform as we move along and build out this sound. So I'm gonna connect it. I'm connecting it backwards, kind of, but I'll do a quick walkthrough of how to just hook it up. So we're gonna mix two sounds together. That's gonna be our oscillator 1 and oscillator 2. And we're gonna connect that to our pitch input. I'm going backwards again, so might be a little confusing like that, but I've built it, and now we've sent it through a filter. And we just need one more thing. I'm gonna bring in an ADSR envelope so that I can play the sound when I feel like playing it. And we're gonna add some modulation depth to the amplifier. So this is gonna allow us to press a button on my keyboard below me and hear the sound. I'm gonna organize the panel so you can see a little bit better of how the signal flow looks. Just giving you a basic signal flow crash course that goes through here, and finally we hit our VCA and our scope. So I'm going to turn up the volume on our two oscillators, and you can see a waveform going through every time I hit a key. And finally, we need to do one more connection, and that's connected to the output so we can hear it through our speakers, our left and right. And there's our sound. Nice and thick. We can now play with the ADSR a little bit because I want to open it up a little bit. A little more longer release. I want the sound to linger. Okay. So we'll do something in the key of, let's try B minor at 149. Just pick a BPM. Pick a BPM. We'll pick a key. Maybe something in the like wheelhouse of Travis Scott, something around there. So I like that melody I just came up with. Let's duplicate that. See if that loops properly. Let's check it out. Okay, so let's quantize that. It's going to save a version that's unquantized just back here. And then we can work from these two. There we go, quantize. Okay, we're going to check our key. I just picked a key. I was going to do originally like a G minor, G major, but let's check out our key. I think we're in C. Let's see. Yeah, we're in C major. So maybe we can bring that down. Let's check it out. We got our G major. That's looking good. There we go. That's more in that kind of vibe. So we got our sound. We're going to go ahead and save our patch. So we're going to do a file, save as, saving our patch. And once we got our patch saved, we are going to name it. Make sure we save it first thing, or else we'll lose our patch, we'll lose our work. So I want to make sure we save it. Okay, I'm liking that. So we're going to go with G major. So we got our G major key. Got our little loop, all from that sound that we designed in Reaktor. So next, let's come up with something kind of like glitchy and go over top. Yep. Let's see. Okay, got a second sound we can layer on top of this. So now we're just going to simply build out our sound. So just to recap, if you can only stay for this section, we've built out our sound using two oscillators, a filter, an envelope, and a VCA. We've hooked that up to a scope so we can visualize our waveform, and that's created our pad sound that we're going to use to add some character to our track. So I'm going to actually add one more effect. Let's see if we can add some chorus to this. So we'll add some chorus to our sound. But first, I just need to reprint it. So I'm just going to print it out. Okay, we got a new print, fresh print of our sound source. Now I'm gonna add some. Let me see if I can add it to here. There we go. Widen it up a little bit. Might actually double it up because I like that. And grab some EQ. Carve one for the high, one for the low. So this one's getting the high frequencies. And we'll do one for the low. Shave off some of the top. Okay. Okay, time to add in the second part. Wait, let's see if we can manipulate this a little bit more, which I think we can. Gonna add a little bit of space to it, maybe some reverb. Okay, So we got the base of our sound. So hopefully you learned something from that session of how to use sound design in your productions. I'm going to continue and build out this sound. Feel free to stick around for that section. Let's keep going. So I'm going to go ahead and add some effects here. Add some verb on that. Make it more spooky. Okay. Okay, and now for the beat. So let's see what we can do. We've added enough texture to lay down something that's going to be useful for us. Let's see what this can do. Let's see. Okay, we're going to fix this. Okay, we're going to fix this. I'm going to go back to my original sound source. And we're going to fix this. So we can hear that the patch is not looping correctly, or at least not the way I want it to. So I'm going to go in. I'm going to actually just drag copy over here, just so we have a backup. I could drag it to a new audio track or a new MIDI track as well, just by pressing Command-Shift-T, dragging it down, so you have a saved copy on another MIDI track. And then we can assign the track clip to the color and just save that track somewhere for future use. So that's useful there, but I'm gonna fix this. So I want this to be longer. So we're gonna actually go in and manually change it. Two, 3, 4. So I wanted to change here. One, 2, 3, 4. Then we repeat that. So So let's this again. Okay, we got it. So, gonna go back. We got a loop here that we can use. Something that's usable. Gonna chop our old loop up. Bring this back. Let's just test it out. Let's see with the old part. Okay, we can do that. We use the syncopation. Okay, we're gonna change this part. As much as I want to keep it, I think it'll fit better. Well, I think it'll fit better if I a little bit of edit. I edit it a little bit, so let's do that. Pop out another audio track, and we're going to resample this again because I need it for the next section, track 38 or 38, yeah. So I'm going to resample once more. Oh, whoops, we need to play the track. Okay, there we go. We got our audio track. Going to minimize that original channel. Let's hear it. Let's duplicate that to another section. And then I'm going to and then we can turn that back on. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna add some stuff to our master track just for some dynamics. Bring down that threshold just so it moves a little bit more, chops up. Okay. Little glue compressor. Okay, we can go ahead and add one more sound. It's a nice layer right now. I'm thinking something that can be a sequence. It's not working the way I want. No. I'm gonna leave it actually as it is right now, and that'll be our sound for now. Hopefully you enjoyed the session and you learned something about sound design. I'm just gonna do a final tweak on our little loop here. Add some gain, make sure it's a little bit louder. Okay, looking good. Okay, so I will see you in the next sound design session. Peace out for now, and keep sound designing. Peace.